Hola, hi fashion doll lovers. My name is Christopher y bienvenidos to my channel. In today's video, I will be sharing my thoughts on the newly released Bob Mackie Holiday Angel Barbie 2023. As you can tell, I'm sharing my thoughts, which means I don't have the doll. And also, this video is going to be released on the day that she is released on Mattel Creations. But before I get into all the details on this doll, if you are new around these parts, please consider hitting the subscribe button so you can get notified whenever I have new content related to dolls, fashion, and everything in between. Now, let's get into today's video, shall we? Okay, if you see me looking to the side, it's because I have my notebook here with my notes. I want to make sure that I jotted down some of the important things to say about this doll. And all of a sudden now, my arms are itching. Anyways, moving on before we get further distracted. I'm going to go ahead and insert a photo of her face right here while I go ahead and give you the breakdown. She is the Bob Mackie 2023 Holiday Angel doll. If I'm not mistaken, she's the second. We had the first last year, and I'll probably show her later. She is $100, member only at Mattel Creations. She was designed by Bill Greening. Label is gold. Face sculpt is Tamika. Body is Model Muse. I love me a Model Muse body. Love, 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 love. Anyways, those are the details. Pretty much the only ones that we really need. And as I mentioned at the top of this video, she was released today because I'm gonna literally post this video today. It's gonna be probably one of my quickest turnovers, but I feel the need to do this, so we're gonna do it. So if you are interested and she's still available, go check her out if you're a member at the Mattel Creations website. Okay, now, why am I making this video? Why am I sharing my thoughts on a doll that I'm not purchasing? Why am I sharing my thoughts on a doll that I don't physically have? Because she's stunning. That's it. It's the only reason. She is absolutely stunning, and I have to say, I like her more than the first. Insert the photo of the first doll here. The first doll last year, she was very Bob Mackie. I don't know why the pronunciation was not coming up, but she was very much his essence, his vibe. She was giving Cher, but with blonde, and I feel odd saying Cher because technically Cher's look is Bob's look. So Bob kind of created Cher's look. So yeah. But it was giving real 70s, real gold. It was very classic. I guess a nice warm up into the series. And I'm going to call it a series now that we have a second one. Maybe there'll be a third one next year. Keep our eyes peeled for that. But moving on to this year's doll. Because this year's doll, love her even more. Literally. I think I'm going to talk about the details of this doll before I show the overall image of her, which is what I love so much. But I'm gonna go ahead and insert the bracelet first. And the reason why I want to insert the bracelet first is because I think the bracelet is the only thing that has that turquoise blue color, which I think was so smart of a choice to use. And it's a color that you'll see again in the box. And we'll look at the box later because I want to compare the two boxes and show you how they kind of kept that, but that's going to be later. The idea of this turquoise blue with Christmas is not something that's very common, but something that really made sense with this doll. I also really love the pairing of the silver with the red. Insert the photo of the close-up of the dress, which this detail of the dress is... I'm going to collect my thoughts and come back to the detail. Now, the reason why I say the silver and the red is not that common, it is something that we've seen and it's not an odd pairing, but usually when you think of red, you think of things that are warm. Gold, very similar to last year's doll, where like her dress is all gold and white, where her packaging was red. That felt very Christmas, or something about that warm, fuzzy feeling. With this doll, they incorporated the red to give you that touch of Christmas, but they went on a cooler vibe with like the silver and the turquoise blue. And I feel that that made her slightly more relevant and more modern. Again, with last year's Barbie, I feel like she was very Bob Mackie, really like 70s, kind of like a throwback. I feel like this doll, she's very current, she's very today, and she's very edgy. And I like that kind of continuity they have, but the difference that they have. And I think it's just stunning. And again, now we're going to insert the photo of the full look. I live for dresses like this. I love that trumpet silhouette. Not a mermaid, because a mermaid's a little bit different about it. It's more of a trumpet. Love a nice subtle trumpet. Love this crossover with it, the side flaring out. Love a nice off the shoulder. Love the like warmness in her hair with the red of And if you're probably wondering, well, Chris, you like her so much, why don't you buy her? Here's my thing why I won't buy her. Insert photo of the current box as she is presented. When it comes to dolls like this from Mattel, she's a showpiece. And I am very transparent with my current life situation. And I'm not in a position to have showcase dolls. I'm going to be completely honest in this video and say, if I had an office or if I had more space where I could just display dolls, I probably would have gone for her, because a doll that was just created so beautifully like this in her box really shouldn't be messed like I mess with my dolls. Like I get in there. I like to restyle. I like to switch things up. I like to really customize them for me. And a doll like this, and I feel like Mattel's been doing this a lot. I feel like a lot of Mattel dolls lately are just dolls you want to look at. And you want to touch them to know that you have them, and you want to put them back on the display. And that is how I feel about this doll, which is what stops me from purchasing her. Also, the only thing that I really love is the dress. And I'm not really in love with the coloring of the dress. Eric is being New York right now, and it's kind of annoying me. And as soon as I said that, it's calming down. Back to this video while New York distracts me. I don't really love the coloring. I love it on her, and I love how it's all together. There you go, we're back to the togetherness. But I would just get this dress probably commissioned, because all I really love is the dress. I don't have model muses anymore. I don't really play with dolls that don't have joints like that anymore, so it wouldn't make sense to purchase the $100 for this doll, where I could put that $100 into something that I'm actually going to physically play with right now. But before I end this video, on that note, I wanted to show you New York. Wow, the ghetto. Anyways. Ooh, I was about to stop the video right there, and then it stopped. Okay, let's wrap this up, because there's a lot going on, right? I wanted to show you both boxes. I don't know how I'm going to lay it out there, but I wanted to show you how, although the coloring is like warm and cool, there is a continuity. That's the word, right? Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the word. That they've kept with the design of the box that I really appreciate. You know, the box is pretty simple, but it really introduces you into the doll and her design. And as I was mentioning with the 2023 doll, her box is that turquoise blue, which is not a blue that you are really familiar with Christmas. But at the same time, now that I said that, it's giving Elsa vibes. The thing that's not giving Elsa vibes is the red. But the dress is kind of, okay. Brain. Digress into a whole different direction. Anyways, back on topic. I apologize if you're being triggered like I'm being triggered in my head. I apologize. But we're gonna keep this going. We are gonna keep this going. Even with all the 20 million distractions we've had, I'm gonna finish this video. I really am. In conclusion. She is a stunning doll. I definitely would recommend purchasing her if she makes sense in your collection. I think the price point is really well done for the legacy of the name that is attached, Mackie, and for the details, the wings and the halo, the things that I didn't talk about, which really were discussed in last year's video, which I should probably tag. So if you've made it all the way to this video with all of the triggering that has happened, here's the other video from last year. She is stunning, and it's hard sometimes when I really love something so much to get so articulate with words, because I sometimes get stuck with the beauty, and that is what happens with this doll. From the moment I saw her, I was like, wow, this is a stunner. I also love seeing an AA doll really have her moment in something that you don't see her in very often, like the bob haircut that I did not mention, or the hair color. She's a stunner, and I hope those that wanted to purchase her were able to. I hope that if anyone was looking for some encouragement in getting her, this would have helped you. If you weren't looking for encouragement, I still hope this video helped you. And I hope you subscribe, because there's more coming. I have a few things up my sleeve. So see you next time, everyone. Adios.